makes a lot of sense.
No, actually,
ETP is a Kimberly.
yeah, he is a Kimberly player.
ETP is a Kimberly
I've seen
player,
Nacer
and then we
playing
are
Kimberly as well, so I think they're switching around a little bit. They've gone to the Juri.
Interesting. So we are going to get into this first one. This is the loser side of the bracket. We're actually working from the bottom up.
Yeah.
But here we go.
Right off the bat, testing the footsies here. A little bit of drive rush, get a small punish off of it.
Love to see ETP actually checking the drive rush. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's the dive pick there, punish counter. Getting pushed to the corner. Drive gauge is bleeding a little bit, so you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah. Okay, the throw, really nicely done. Bleeding that drive gauge. Going to be out empty. Probably going to be searching during burnout to see if they can get that wall hit, or just take advantage of it while he has a chance. Ooh!
Yeah, St. Juri is one of the characters that doesn't suffer from burnout as much as the other top tiers in the cast right now, especially DJ. You know, obviously, terrible driver burnout state.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that the color of the spray paint that you see on the Vanish from Kimberly actually dictates what action she's going to be doing out of it. So the green, I believe, is the overhead. So that was a brilliant reaction with Nacer there.
Yes.
It's nice to be able, you got to know the matchup knowledge for that, and that's really important. I love that you called that out. But holy moly, it's that early in it. Yeah,
right
like
now,
to be able to know that early on is so important.
Hey, you just gotta listen to top level players. They're putting out all sorts of content right now. Follow them on YouTube, Diaphone, especially.
Oh, Diaphone has
yeah.
so much knowledge. Good lord. Shout outs to Diaphone for existing.
Right now, Nacer just getting against the wall and just absolutely pressuring Earl to death.
Earl panicking, accidentally mashed so fast that he hit the rematch before he was ready, but he blasted off and gave a thumbs up.
Yeah, oh, gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Nice fundamentals here.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice punish counter there. I would love to see a corner carry out of it.
Kimberly should have been able to get one more there.
I love the idea of that grab, going for that, but unfortunately didn't get it. And then the drive parry, too, nice tech on. Just the anticipation is incredible between these two players.
All right, Juri against the wall once more. Oh, big whiff here.
That was not intentional.
No, absolutely not.
No.
The drive rush comes out, not getting anything from it, and then get the jab check coming out of ETP.
They're kind of playing in the mid-range and then using that great movement that Kimberly has in close the gap. Gets the round here and breaks the two-round streak.
ETP's been getting a lot of mileage out of the shimmy into the standing beneath.
Yep.
Definitely.
Oh, and then we're going to get another big punish here.
These wall-to-wall moves that ETP is doing with Kimberly, and then the pressure with the EX right into that. Such a good use of meter, and he still has a bar left if he wants to use it. That's huge.
And Nacer's also down to 2.5 bars on drive gauge right now.
He went for the greedy third grab.
He
from Wake
sure
Up.
did. The greedy third grab.
I think with the healthy life lead, I think you go for it.
Kim, all right,
evens
ETP.
up the game count, yeah.
Nice. Love to see. You know, it's always really nice when you. Okay, yes. Nacer did come out here all the way from Las Vegas. We have that, but man,
Yeah.
ETP, take it to him.
Hey,
Get the local
Warriors
hero.
you got to defend this turf.
Exactly.
Oh, great pressure there. Was trying to bait out a button with that Vanish. Oh, unfortunately wasn't ready for the anti-air there on the drive rush. Ended up crossing himself up, but still getting some good damage.
Great punish counter from ETP and the slide coming out as well. Oh,
The classic wake up.
yeah, reversal.
Wake up super.
Yeah, I think maybe a missed input there.
Yeah, and then I like that Nacer was so willing to go into burnout because he has such a life advantage, and
Yeah.
ETP was down on that drive gauge anyway.
Yeah, and then here we go with the grab line.
Yeah.
And we mentioned to Juri, not as vulnerable in burnout as a lot of the other characters right now, especially if she has weak.
Nice. Counter. These guys are playing exquisitely right now. It's just the reads that they have in the anticipation is excellent.
We need to talk about Nacer's use of the drive gauge. It was at the 92-second mark and only had a sliver left. It was that close to burnout, only 7 seconds into the round.
So, you know, liberal use of the new mechanics, and that's one of the things that some of the 5 players transitioning over have struggled with.
Oh, we do get the dizzy. The backdash was interesting. I think it was just for the spacing on the setup. Yeah, you're going to spend all of that meter. You might as well be, because when ETP comes out of this, he's going to have all of his drive gauge back, just because of the way that the timing is going to work with it. See, there it is. Got it all back. Spend everything that you have while you have the advantage.
So the animation freezes actually on the meter, but it is actually still refilling.
Yes, that is correct.
And that's one thing that you see out of the Street Fighter that you haven't seen out of other Street Fighters. Great overhead from Nacer closing that out. Is that when you end up doing a super art or critical art, it actually, in a way, restores your own resources for your drive gauge while diminishing your opponent. So there's additional damage and also additional resource management that you take advantage of with an early super art.
Yeah, and I think that's part of what really makes the drive mechanics just overall just so unique and something that's really been dragging in a lot of the players who are used to maybe more robust games with more options like the anime fighters, like the hyper fighters.
Yes. Okay. Round start. I like the way that Nacer is just being more confident in his round starts now. There was not a lot of confidence in that game 1 and game 2, but the round starts now much more confident. And then jab check with the elbow, nicely done, and grabs get started. Look at how much damage Nacer's done just in 2 hits coming out of this.
Jab checking is one of the fundamental parts of Street Fighter 6 so early on that has been so strong, and people figured that out very early.
Huge damage, good lord.
ETP was definitely not expecting a second reversal out of that push DP into the wake up level 1.
Great throw kick there.
Nice with the drive rush, just still pressuring ETP. Excellent defense options, and the overhead comes in while Nacer is in burnout, jumps out of the corner. That was, the corner pressure was real.
Yes.
I loved that coming out of ETP. ETP sweating a little bit though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, one thing that I'm seeing out of Nacer is that there seems to be a lot of panic, or maybe it's very strong confidence, not only over reversals coming out when they're down to low burnout in the corner, but also they're jumping forward, trying to just get out of the corner as quickly as possible.
Look at this from me. Oh, yeah. ETP. Oh, I don't.
He drops it.
Yeah, he did not want that to drop, especially when you have this install. He could have gotten so much off of it. That's unfortunate.
Well, it still works in Kimberly's favor, because even with the level 3, as you can see above her head and listen to the music, she still does get the power and speed boost for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
this is true.
Rounds as well.
Exactly. And we were highlighting that yesterday as something that if you're coming specifically from building your strive or something like that where things don't carry through, you may not be used to that as a mechanic, but in this game, yes, it does carry through.
Ready with the anti-air.
So notice there, right next to the meter at the bottom where you have super art, you can still see that there's that little dancing hand there as well. It's another way that you can tell. Lots of visual confirmation that that is active.
Probably the most visual confirmation you can ask for.
Got a lot of UI design there.
Honestly, yes.
Oh, just close enough to the wall to get the wall bounce with no major damage off of it.
Okay. Coming in now, just walking away. The spacing is really important in this matchup, and you can tell how aware they are of that.
I think ETP is looking to try to dominate in that 3/4 range, just outside of Juri's buttons, being able to solve it with punish. Oh, great drive reversal there from Nacer.
Nicely done.
Goes to the cross, a great parry.
Drive parry doing a really good job, because if you do successfully drive parry, you will get that meter back. Well, at least a portion of it, depending on how long you've held it. Oh, but into burnout. Nacer knows this and is jumping out of Kimberly's range. Like, where are you going to kick? Where are you going to check?
Staying airborne.
To make a joke on the name has to be done at least once. We're contractually obligated.
Oh, and yeah.
Yeah.
3-1 Nacer.
Yeah, 3-1 Nacer. ETP clearly not the most happy about that, but are going to get that. So that means that ETP will be out in 7th in this 94-man bracket.
Yes.
That is nothing to be. That is nothing to be sad about, honestly. I mean, you can still be sad, but don't be sad.
Multiple top 8 runs in this
yes.
event, so good run
Yes, they
for
were
ETP.
in. What were they in? Well, they were in
They were
Marvel,
Marvel, of course,
Yes,
yeah.
of course they were in Marvel.
KOF as well.
KOF as well, yeah, doing an excellent job.